Welcome to Numismatics Hub, your ultimate destination for fascinating stories, rare coin discoveries, and all things numismatics. Join us as we explore the world of currency and uncover hidden treasures one coin at a time. Let's dive into the world of numismatics, where the past holds stories that are both fascinating and valuable. Today, we're going to explore a coin that has been around for decades, but not many people know just how significant it really is. The 1979 USA 1-dime penny. Yes, I said penny, but it's actually a dime, and it's one of those coins that just might surprise you with its history, its value, and the journey it took to become one of the rarest and most valuable of its kind. Now, the year 1979 might not immediately ring bells for most people. It's a year nestled in between the cultural shifts of the late 70s and early 80s. But if you look a little closer, you'll see that something interesting was happening with US currency. A little-known coin from this year, the 1-dime penny, has become a treasure for collectors. And if you happen to own one, well, you might be holding something worth much more than its face value. But what makes this coin so special? To understand that, we need to take a step back in time. The history of American coins has always been a reflection of the nation itself, its changing priorities, its growth, its art, and its influence on the world stage. The dime, in particular, has a long and distinguished history in U.S. currency. First minted in 1796, the dime was introduced as a way to provide smaller denominations in the nation's growing economy. It was an essential coin for day-to-day transactions, and over the years it has evolved in both design and production. The 1979 dime is no exception to this evolution, and when you hold it, you're holding a piece of the rich tradition that dates back over 2 centuries. Now, let's talk about the design of the 1979 dime, because this is where things start to get interesting. In fact, many coin enthusiasts know that the designs on US coins are always changing, sometimes for reasons that are rooted in culture, politics, or even artistic vision. The 1979 dime, in particular, was produced with the well-known design of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's likeness had been on the dime since 1946, just after his death, to honor his legacy, especially his work in creating the Social Security system. Roosevelt's image was created by artist John R. Sinnock, and it quickly became one of the most recognizable profiles in U.S. coinage. But here's where the twist comes in. In 1979, a particular batch of these dimes was accidentally produced with a slight error, a subtle but highly significant flaw that would eventually make it one of the most sought-after coins by collectors. This error occurred in the minting process. The mint used a new die, and somehow some coins were struck with a double die, a misalignment in the way the image was stamped onto the coin. This slight shift in the design caused the details on the coin to appear doubled, especially around Roosevelt's face and the letters of Liberty on the obverse. It wasn't immediately noticed, and the coins were released into circulation as usual. The key here is that while these coins may look almost identical to the regular 1979 dimes, the error is subtle enough that it wasn't widely recognized until much later. And that, my friends, is what makes these coins so incredibly rare and valuable today. The flaw in the minting process makes these dimes stand out to collectors who know what to look for. So, what makes this 1979 dime penny stand apart from the millions of other dimes that were produced that year? Well, let's take a closer look at the rarity and demand. Minting errors are a fascinating aspect of coin collecting. The fact that something as small as a misalignment in the die can turn a common coin into a rare treasure is what keeps collectors on their toes. When the 1979 dime penny with the double die error was discovered, it caused quite a stir in the numismatic community. Coin collectors, eager to add rare specimens to their collections, began searching for these elusive coins. As the years passed and as more of these dimes were discovered, their value began to rise. Now, you might be wondering, how valuable can a 1979 dime really be? After all, dimes are small value coins, typically worth only 10 cents. But when it comes to coins with minting errors, the value can skyrocket. For example, while most regular 1979 dimes are worth only face value, the error dimes from this year have been known to sell for thousands of dollars. In fact, some of the most pristine examples of this coin, especially those with clear double dies, have fetched astronomical prices at auction point. One of the most notable sales of a 1979 dime penny occurred when a rare double die error coin sold for an eye-popping $166,000. Yes, you read that correctly. This little dime, which was once worth just 10 cents, became a highly sought-after collector's item, commanding a value that most of us would never imagine. And it's not just any coin that fetches this amount. These coins are in mint condition, with the double die error clearly visible to the trained eye. The reason for this astronomical price is simple: rarity and demand. There are only a few known examples of the 1979 dime penny with the double die error that are in excellent condition, and as more collectors discover the value of these coins, the prices continue to rise. The combination of historical significance, artistic beauty, and the intrigue of the minting error creates a perfect storm for numismatists seeking to make a wise investment with any coin of significant value. The condition is key. Coins that have been well preserved, with minimal wear, scratches, or tarnish, are far more valuable than those that have been handled too much. When a coin is graded as being in mint or proof condition, it can demand a much higher price. And given the age of the 1979 dime penny, those in pristine condition are becoming rarer and rarer with each passing year. Now, you might be asking yourself, how can I tell if I have one of these valuable error dimes in my pocket change? Well, the first thing you need to do is examine the coin closely. Look for the telltale signs of the double die error, especially around Roosevelt's face, where you may notice a doubling of the design. The best way to verify this is to have the coin professionally graded by a reputable numismatic organization. If you've got one, or if you come across one in your pocket change, you might just have a hidden treasure worth a small fortune. Of course, not every 1979 dime will be a high-value coin, but if you're lucky enough to find one with the double die error, you could be looking at a significant payday. The fascination with the 1979 USA 1 dime penny goes far beyond its face value. It's a reminder that sometimes, even the smallest details can have a huge impact. A simple minting error, unnoticed by most at the time, turned a run-of-the-mill coin into a collectible treasure worth thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. The allure of these rare coins lies not just in their monetary value, but in their ability to capture a snapshot of history. Coins like the 1979 dime penny represent the intersection of artistry, craftsmanship, and the surprising twist of fate that can make a coin worth more than we ever imagined. So, if you're a coin collector or just someone who enjoys the thrill of discovering hidden treasures, keep an eye out for those 1979 dime pennies. You never know when you might stumble upon a rare one with the double die error, just waiting for you to unlock its impressive value. And remember, in the world of coin collecting, sometimes the most unexpected coins can turn into the greatest treasures. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the fascinating world of numismatics. If you enjoyed learning about the 1979 dime penny, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories about rare and valuable coins that you might just have lying around in your collection. Until next time, happy collecting. Now that we've explored the remarkable story behind the 1979 dime penny, let's dive a little deeper into the mechanics of why this coin became such a rarity and why it's a goldmine for collectors today. Many collectors of rare coins will tell you that it's not just about finding a coin with an error, it's about the story behind that error and how it made its way from the minting process all the way into your pocket, into a coin collector's hands, and then into history. Think about it, when the 1979 dime with a double die error was first produced, it was just another coin among thousands that were minted that year. No one at the time knew that this seemingly insignificant error would eventually lead to a flood of collectors rushing to find these coins, driving their value up to extraordinary heights. This is one of the true marvels of numismatics, how small, seemingly inconsequential mistakes can sometimes create the biggest opportunities. But let's take a step back for a second. While we're focused on this one particular coin, it's important to note that errors like this are not that uncommon in the world of coin production. Minting errors happen more often than we realize, whether it's a slight misalignment, a double strike, or even a coin that's been struck on the wrong metal planchet. These errors are typically considered mistakes, and they're often discarded or melted down, but some slip through the cracks and enter circulation. When that happens, they can become incredibly valuable in the world of coin collecting. What sets the 1979 dime penny apart, though, is the combination of factors that led to its rise in value. The error itself, the limited number of error coins that have survived the years in good condition, and the growing interest in rare coins during the late 20th and early 21st centuries. In the 1980s and 1990s, as more and more collectors became aware of this rare double die error, demand surged. Prices began to climb, and the 1979 dime penny went from being just another coin in circulation to a sought-after gem. But let's not overlook the impact of the internet and online auction houses in the modern era. In the past, rare coins like this might have been traded in local coin shops or at conventions. But today, online platforms like eBay and heritage auctions have opened up a whole new world for coin collectors. They allow collectors from all over the world to find, buy, and sell these rare pieces with ease. And thanks to platforms like these, many of the 1979 dime pennies with the double die error have been sold at prices far higher than anyone could have imagined when they first hit the market. It's also worth noting that the appeal of the 1979 dime penny is not just about its monetary value. For many collectors, it's about the hunt. It's about scouring through boxes of loose change, searching for those rare coins that might hold the key to something much bigger. That's the beauty of coin collecting. It's a treasure hunt that never truly ends. You never know what you might stumble upon, and the thrill of discovery is part of the joy.so. What does it take to truly appreciate the value of the 1979 dime penny? Well, first and foremost, it takes an appreciation for history. Every coin tells a story, and the story of this dime is one of luck, serendipity, and the fascinating journey from a small minting error to a world-famous rarity. Coins like this one remind us that sometimes the most unexpected things can become the most valuable. And then, there's the sense of connection. When you hold a 1979 dime penny in your hand, especially if it has the double die error, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a piece of history. You're holding a connection to the minting process, to the past, and to the millions of people who've used these coins in their everyday lives, not knowing the treasure they were carrying in their pockets. You see, this is the magic of numismatics. Coins are more than just currency. They are tangible connections to the past. They tell the stories of our country's development, the challenges it's faced, and the artistry that has gone into the creation of every piece of money that has ever been minted. But let's not forget about the present and the future. The 1979 dime penny is still being discovered by new collectors every year. Some find it tucked away in their coin jars, others find it at yard sales, and still others happen upon it in random rolls of coins from the bank. The allure of these error coins is only growing as more and more people get into the world of numismatics. And as the years go by, the value of these rare coins will only continue to rise. In fact, if you're an aspiring coin collector or even just someone who's looking to make a solid investment, the 1979 dime penny with the double die error could be a great addition to your collection. As with all rare coins, the key to making a smart investment is knowing the market, keeping track of the trends, and always being on the lookout for that hidden gem. While the current value of the 1979 dime penny may be impressive, who's to say how much it will be worth 10, 20, or even 50 years from now? Coin values often rise with time, and this particular coin has the potential to become even more valuable in the future. Imagine being the person who finds one of these rare coins in the future, just as it continues to soar in demand. You could be holding a piece of history that grows in worth as the years pass. And isn't that what makes coin collecting so exciting? Now, as we wrap up our exploration of the 1979 USA 1 dime penny, it's clear that this seemingly small coin holds so much more value than its face value would suggest. From the historical context behind its creation, to the design elements that have remained iconic for decades, to the rare minting error that made this coin so sought after, there's no denying that the 1979 dime penny is a true gem in the world of coin collecting. But perhaps the most exciting part of all is the big reveal. The one thing that makes this coin so special to collectors everywhere: its current market value. As of today, the 1979 dime penny with the double die error is worth an astounding $166,000. Yes, that's right, $166,000 for a coin that originally only had a face value of 10 cents. Imagine the excitement of discovering that you've got one of these rare coins in your collection. It's the kind of discovery that sends shivers down your spine. A reminder that sometimes, even the smallest and most overlooked things can turn out to be worth a fortune. So, the next time you're flipping through a jar of change or rummaging through a roll of dimes, remember this story. There might just be a 1979 dime penny with a double die error waiting to make your day, and possibly your fortune. Thanks again for joining me on this journey into the fascinating world of rare coins. If you enjoyed learning about the 1979 USA 1 dime penny, make sure to like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more numismatic stories. Until next time, keep collecting, keep searching, And who knows, you might just uncover the next big treasure. Happy hunting, and take care. In the world of coin collecting, there are certain coins that make a lasting impression, capturing the attention of collectors and enthusiasts alike. These are the coins that transcend their simple role as currency and become treasures in their own right. Today, we're going to explore one such coin, the 1996 USA 1-dime penny. At first glance, it might seem like just another regular coin, but when you dive deeper, you'll realize that this small piece of currency is anything but ordinary. Not only does it have a fascinating history, but it also boasts a stunning design and an intriguing story of its collector appeal, one that has made this dime penny worth an astounding $170,000. Let's start by stepping back in time and setting the stage for 1996, a year that was both significant and uneventful in many ways. It was a time of transition, a time when the United States, like the rest of the world, was rapidly moving forward into the information age. The internet was beginning to take over, and people were experiencing the early days of e-commerce, digital communication, and everything else that would soon change the way we live. But when it comes to coins, 1996 was significant for a very different reason, one that many people might not realize until they examine the minting of the 1996 dime penny. The story begins with the history of the dime itself. For those of you who may not know, the dime has been a part of U.S. currency for over 2 centuries. It was first introduced in 1796, when the mint realized the need for smaller denominations in an expanding economy. While the dime started off as a relatively minor part of U.S. currency, it has become one of the most recognizable and widely used coins in the United States. As the years went on, the design of the dime evolved. However, it wasn't until 1946 that the dime took on its most iconic design, a profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was chosen to be the face of the dime because of his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, as well as his creation of the Social Security program. The coin's design was crafted by artist John R. Sinnock, and since its release, Roosevelt's likeness has become synonymous with the dime. But let's fast forward to 1996 and take a closer look at that year's dime. By this point, Roosevelt's image had been on the dime for 50 years, and the design had remained relatively unchanged. However, that's not to say that 1996 was a year without any interesting twists in the world of U.S. minting. While there were no major design changes for the dime in 1996, it was a year when a minting error would cause a stir in the coin collecting community. And as with most rare coins, this error would make the 1996 dime penny much more than just a simple 10-cent piece. At first glance, a 1996 dime penny may seem identical to any other regular dime produced during that time. But there's a hidden story that many don't know about. What made this coin so intriguing was a subtle minting mistake. A small, almost imperceptible error that would later turn out to be a valuable treasure for collectors. The error involved a slight misalignment during the striking process. This misalignment led to a variety of minting defects, one of the most notable being a double die strike. The double die error caused certain elements of the coin's design, particularly the date, to appear more pronounced than usual. The details of Roosevelt's image and the letters on the coin were also slightly doubled. This error, though small, was enough to catch the attention of the numismatic community. The discovery of the 1996 dime penny with the double die error was like finding a diamond in the rough. While most dimes produced that year were made correctly and are worth their face value, the ones with the double die error quickly became highly sought after by coin collectors. Now, you might be wondering what makes this small minting error so valuable. After all, minting errors happen all the time, and not all of them end up being worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. But in the case of the 1996 dime penny, the error was unique enough, and the number of coins affected was small enough, that demand began to rise almost immediately. Collectors, knowing how rare and valuable minting errors can be, started searching for these flawed coins. What makes the 1996 dime penny especially special is the fact that it was produced in relatively high numbers compared to other error coins. However, as time went on, fewer and fewer of these error coins remained in circulation. Many of them were unknowingly spent, and others were simply worn down by the passage of time. The result? A limited supply of 1996 dime pennies with the double die error, and an increasing number of collectors eager to get their hands on one. It's important to note that not all 1996 dime pennies have this error. The coins with the double die strike are exceedingly rare, and finding one in good condition is even more difficult. This rarity is what drives the price up. A coin that was once worth just 10 cents in 1996 has now skyrocketed in value due to the demand from numismatists who know how special it is. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1996 dime penny today. If you were to find one of these rare error coins, and if it were in excellent condition, you could expect it to be worth a significant amount of money. As of today, the value of a 1996 dime penny with the double die error has been reported to reach up to $170,000 in certain circumstances. That's right, $170,000 for a coin that started out as just a 10-cent piece. How does a coin go from being worth a mere 10 cents to a value that can reach such incredible heights? It's all about rarity, demand, and condition. In the world of coin collecting, rarity is king. The more limited the number of available coins, the higher the price tag. Additionally, the condition of the coin is paramount. A coin that is in near-mint condition will always be worth more than one that is worn down or damaged. The pristine examples of the 1996 dime penny with the double die error are what collectors covet the most, and they're the ones that can fetch the highest prices at auction. To put it into perspective, let's consider an example of how these coins are sold at auction. In recent years, some of the most pristine 1996 dime pennies with the double die error have sold for prices approaching $170,000, as collectors compete to secure these rare pieces for their collections. The combination of their historical significance, their limited supply, and their minting error has made them highly coveted by numismatists, and the prices reflect this growing demand. Now, if you're thinking about finding one of these rare coins yourself, you might be wondering how you can identify a 1996 dime penny with the double die error. The key to spotting the error lies in examining the design, particularly around the date and the inscriptions on the coin. You'll notice that the year 1996 will appear slightly doubled, with the numbers having a faint shadow that gives the appearance of being struck twice. Additionally, other parts of the design may show signs of doubling, especially around Roosevelt's face. It's important to note that the error is subtle, and it requires a careful eye to spot it. If you suspect that you have one of these rare coins, the next step is to get it professionally graded. Having the coin authenticated and graded by a reputable grading service will help establish its value. Coins that have been graded highly for their condition and authenticity tend to fetch higher prices at auction or from private buyers. For those who are serious about coin collecting, the 1996 dime penny with the double die error is a must-have. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner just starting to dip your toes into the world of numismatics, finding one of these error coins could be a game-changer for your collection. Not only does it represent a rare and significant piece of U.S. history, but it also has the potential to offer an impressive return on investment. The 1996 dime penny stands as a shining example of how a small, seemingly insignificant mistake in the minting process can lead to a coin that holds incredible value. From its humble beginnings as just another piece of currency to its rise as one of the most coveted coins on the market, this dime penny tells a fascinating story of rarity, demand, and the pursuit of treasure in the world of coin collecting. So, if you're ever lucky enough to find a 1996 dime penny with the double die error, remember this story. You could be holding a coin worth far more than just 10 cents. A coin that, with the right conditions and the right collector, could bring in an eye-popping $170,000. Thank you for joining me today to explore the incredible journey of the 1996 USA one dime penny. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare coins, make sure to hit that like button, share this video with fellow collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories about the treasures hidden in our everyday currency. Who knows? You might just have a rare coin sitting in your pocket right now. Happy collecting, and until next time, keep your eyes open for those hidden gems. Now, let's take a moment to think about the broader implications of finding a coin like the 1996 dime penny with a double die error. As we've seen, this coin holds immense value, but why is that? Why do coins like this one command such staggering prices? Well, it all comes down to the concept of scarcity and how rare coins like these become a gateway to history. For coin collectors, the hunt is not just about finding a coin. It's about finding a coin with a unique story, a coin that represents a specific moment in time. In the case of the 1996 dime penny, The minting error provides an intriguing glimpse into the inner workings of the U.S. Mint. When we look at this coin, we're not just seeing Roosevelt's portrait or the date. We're seeing the result of a flaw in the production process, a moment of imperfection that made its way into circulation and found its place in numismatic history. The beauty of numismatics, after all, lies in its ability to connect us to the past. Every coin tells a story of the era it was minted in, the people who used it, and the events that shaped the world around it. The 1996 dime penny with the double die error is a perfect example of how something seemingly small, an error in the minting process, can turn into something monumental. For collectors, owning such a coin means holding a piece of history that will only continue to grow in significance over time. Let's take a moment to think about the value of rarity in the world of numismatics. Think about how rare coins are often treated like gold. When a coin is one of a kind, or when only a small number of them exist, it becomes highly prized. It becomes a trophy, a symbol of success for the collector who is fortunate enough to own it. And when that coin is tied to an important moment in history or has a unique backstory, its appeal only increases. It's also important to understand the role of expert grading and certification in determining the value of a rare coin. Many coins, like the 1996 dime penny, are assessed by professional grading services that evaluate their condition, authenticity, and rarity. These certifications help establish a coin's true value in the marketplace. Coins that are well-preserved and properly authenticated are often the ones that fetch the highest prices at auction. So, if you ever stumble upon a rare coin in your collection, or even in your change jar, don't forget to have it professionally graded. It could be worth far more than you think. The 1996 dime penny's rise in value is a reflection of the growing demand for rare and unique coins. In recent years, the world of coin collecting has seen an influx of new collectors, many of whom are turning to online auction sites, coin forums, and social media to connect with others who share their passion. These platforms have made it easier than ever to buy, sell, and trade rare coins. The global marketplace for coins has opened up new opportunities for both seasoned collectors and newcomers, and as a result, the value of certain coins, like the 1996 dime penny, has skyrocketed. For anyone who is just beginning to explore the world of coin collecting, the 1996 dime penny serves as a great example of why this hobby is so thrilling. Coin collecting isn't just about acquiring a random assortment of coins. It's about learning, discovering, and connecting with history. It's about the excitement of finding something rare, something with a story to tell. Imagine how it must feel to be the person who uncovers one of these 1996 dime pennies with the double die error. Imagine the excitement and sense of triumph that comes with the realization that you've just stumbled upon a coin worth more than $100,000. For collectors who specialize in error coins, finding a coin like this one is the holy grail. It's the moment that collectors dream about, and it's the reason why so many people continue to hunt for rare coins with a fervor. But the excitement doesn't end there. There's also a sense of pride that comes with owning a piece of history. When you have a rare coin like the 1996 dime penny in your collection, you're not just adding another item to your inventory. You're holding a piece of the past, a tangible connection to the people and events that have shaped our world. You're preserving a piece of history for future generations to appreciate and study. As we've discussed, the value of the 1996 dime penny has only continued to rise as time goes on. Coin collecting, like any investment, is often a long-term game. The coins that are worth the most today may not have seemed valuable when they were first minted, but as they become rarer and more difficult to find, their value increases. This makes coin collecting an exciting venture, one where patience and persistence are key. Those who take the time to study the market, track trends, and learn about the history of their coins will always have an edge. As we approach the end of our journey with the 1996 dime penny, it's clear that this coin is much more than just another piece of currency. It's a reminder of the potential that exists in even the smallest details. What may have started out as a simple error in minting has now become one of the most sought-after coins in the world. The 1996 dime penny's story is a testament to the power of rarity, the passion of collectors, and the beauty of discovering hidden treasures. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of the 1996 dime penny, make sure to like this video and share it with your fellow coin enthusiasts. There's so much more to explore in the world of numismatics, and we'll continue to uncover the stories behind these incredible coins in future videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. And remember, whether you're searching through old change or scouring auction sites, you never know when you might come across the next big treasure. So keep hunting, keep learning, and who knows, you might just find yourself holding a coin worth far more than you ever imagined. Thank you for watching, and until next time, happy collecting!